WNDRSOUL. WNDRSOUL.
WNDRSOUL.
Welcome everyone back to another episode of the WNDRSOUL podcast. I'm joined with Bailey.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! The girlfriend has returned for yet another series of podcast episodes, and
Now we have an audio mixer.
we have an audio mixer. We got two mics. We are just leveling
Stepping
up.
up.
Yeah, essentially. So. Exciting times over here at WNDRSOUL. It's it feels like a long time coming.
Right in time to finish moving and go back to school.
Yeah, it has been a busy summer. We'll get into some of those. We'll talk a little bit about that. But I just want to say thank you guys for being patient and supporting the podcast. And I've tried to explain over the summer the lack of content, the lack of episodes and stuff. Just been a busy world over here for both of us.
Yeah, a lot of change.
A lot of changes. Big moves.
Selling house.
Selling houses. Well, just one.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, that's on me.
The process of buying.
Man, juggling everything that comes with life, essentially.
Kids starting real school.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And then also just trying to make time to do things individually.
Anything.
Yeah, whether that's read a book, play a game, do some yard work. I don't know, different projects. Like it seems like just been nonstop pretty much all summer. So wasn't really in the place to sit down and record consistently, but it did give me an opportunity to really think about what, I would like to do with the podcast moving forward, who I would like to do this with, and who I would like to do this for. So, I guess that's a positive. That's a big positive.
I mean, yeah, having a direction and a goal.
Right. Yeah, not just wandering around in the fog out here. Yeah.
I mean, but sometimes the best shit comes out of the fog.
No, absolutely. I believe that. You believe that?
Yeah, I believe that.
What are some things that you found in the fog?
My career.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found my enjoyment of it in the fog.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was basically what you're saying is your career was something that you stumbled upon, basically.
Yeah. So I worked for Hot Topic.
That's right.
And I needed more money.
Yeah.
And they were firing and cleaning house and all that. So a friend of mine was like, hey, I work for this preschool. Just come give it a go.
Mm-hmm.
Then went and did that. Then decided to get a degree in education. Then taught and hated normal kids.
Yeah.
So then did special education. Realized what parts I did and didn't like of that, and got specialized in that. Now I do a very specific job.
Yeah.
And that was all happenstance of wandering through the fog of oh, I like this, but I don't like this part of it. How do I prune that away?
Right. And then just one thing led to another.
Yeah.
I think that was always going to be, just in general, my philosophy on things was you're going to just try things. And in trying, you're going to find out, what directions to go, because you're going to go, no, this is a dead end. And, oh, this looks interesting. And even with the podcast, that's been somewhat of the philosophy. Something you told me one time is that the podcast should be an extension of myself. And so I've always taken that to heart since I've heard you say that. And, but with that comes like, a variety of things. So
Yeah.
it's still a little foggy to some extent. I think there will always be fog.
But that's all right.
It's all right. It's okay. We got a lighthouse now. I think there's some sense of direction and purpose that I think kind of gets lost sometimes when you're trying to achieve any kind of goal.
I think sometimes you get lost in achieving a goal.
Yeah.
You get so hyper focused on the goal itself that you lose the things that are around it or forget to appreciate the things that lead to it.
Yeah. And you get distracted.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And like kids makes the ultimate distraction, I think. They are distraction as a whole.
Yeah. And you also have curveballs. You have things that just you weren't planning or, take priority. In this summer kind of had that was kind of an example of that in the sense that, I was wanting to do different things with the pod and stuff, but like at the same time, like you got to save your energy for these other things, so.
Well, and how do you find energy to record when your office is just a pile of boxes and you've been busy at work and then busy playing in the heat?
Yeah. It's kind of 360. It goes all the way around. And but I'm excited. I don't know about you. I appreciate you being on previous episodes.
I think the last one I was on was like at Halloween.
Yeah, that's
it's
almost
been
a
hot
year.
minute, dude.
It's almost a year.
But it was very hard for us to record in person, the two of us.
Extremely difficult. And for those, I won't bore anybody, but like if you're just trying to record or get into content and say you want to do a podcast with somebody, unless you have a certain type of setup, it is hard to get good quality sound and to get what you're probably used to hearing when you think of a podcast with, different people and stuff. So that took time because these things are investments, and
you're a bit of an audio snob.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're going to do it, try to do it to your best ability. But like, I've never wanted to let the equipment I had prevent me from trying, So I've gone from $30, $50 snowball mics with like Amazon pop filters and an old laptop that was clearly past its days to being able to invest in, upgrades over the years. Because I think a lot of people, when they want to start something new, they go pretty hard and put a lot of money into it. And then they realize, oh shit, I don't like this actually. But
look, the standard for every computer I've bought for the last 10 years is, can it run Sims 4? If it can run Sims 4, I'm probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have owned some computers that could run some magnificent games.
Right.
But that's the standard I hold things to.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you definitely have to have like proper equipment sometimes for certain things, like you can get by. You could probably run Sims 4 on an older rig because it's been out for a while. I did. Yeah.
So,
but was it like the best experience you ever had?
No, it's most definitely the best now. But
it is now, yeah. But then,
yeah.
What were some of the problems you ran into playing on an older setup?
Mostly processing speed and like visual memory. Those were.
So did it lag?
There was lag issues or like. It has a lot of hyper reflective surfaces. Mm-hmm. So you would like have to turn reflective surfaces off because that would like glitch out the game in ways.
Yeah.
And now like I'm just rolling on high, man.
Yeah, rolling on high, man. Man, I'm so glad that you have a game like Sims that you enjoy. And if you guys are listening and you also enjoy Sims, let us know. Let us know.
I want to know how many other Sims people there are in the world.
There's more than you would think. I mean, I think it's a game that came out 2014, 2016, something like that.
So Sims 4 came out in 2014.
Ooh, 10 years ago.
Yep, 10 years.
Jeez.
But I very much remember the first Sims expansion.
Yeah.
In like Sims 1.
Wow.
Like, very much remember that. My sister got them all, and we used to play them on the family computer.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So it's been like I mean, you've told me, but for those who are listening, like, Sims has just been one of those video games that's been a part of your life in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 25-ish years of playing the Sims franchise.
Yikes.
Like, that's a wild thought.
Yeah.
But I mean, anyone out there that's like Final Fantasy or Tomb Raider, which is another franchise that I've played from the pixelated cone boobs to now, like young, rugged Laura.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like, I think it's just Sims was the one that like sucked me in. It was storytelling.
Absolutely.
And like home decoration, which, you know, I'm a sucker for.
You are a sucker for it. And look, while we're on the subject, I guess it would just make sense to just, you know, go ahead and talk about some games and stuff that have just been there for us in a lot of ways, you know? Like, I feel like there are so many good video games. It's like there's too many and not enough time. And there's so many people that will always find something to go, oh, you never played Red Dead Redemption, you never played Final Fantasy, you never played...
I hear that constantly.
All
like,
the
that's
time.
all these... have you ever played... No.
No, sorry.
I've been over here doing my own little thing.
Yeah.
In my little farming sim life.
Yeah. But that's it. Like, you have found a game throughout your life that you can continuously go back to and find pleasure and entertainment and, you know, be really into. And it's kind of like recently with NCAA for me, I've been feeling that again, that like that is one of those games and types of games that just holds my attention, that just, you know, really I geek out about. Like, I'm just really enjoying it. And it comes out.
But you used to play the old one too.
Yeah,
like recently.
right.
Like, so this is essentially your Sims franchise.
So imagine if like Sims 4 came out 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they never did any updates. And
I would just be like drowning in mods. Like,
right, that exactly. Yeah, that's true. They would the modding community would have gone crazy.
They already do. Have.
Yeah,
like,
right.
they're wild enough
Yeah.
that now EA just pays them to make the expansions.
Oh, that's right. EA Sims.
Basically, we're gonna get taken down for this.
Yeah, I know. EA is gonna come after us. Actually, we're both praising two of their things.
But
NCAA,
they're still gonna come for us.
Or College Football 25. Yeah, those still come for us. But
yeah.
I think that's what happened with NCAA as well, is that because there was no games, you know, no new one, people on the internet and modding communities just, you know, did their thing. Updated the looks, the visuals, the aesthetics, the rosters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the thing that I was impressed. They were still making rosters.
Super cool, man. Super cool. And I think EA has kind of leaned into that, like a big thing, even in the new Madden coming out. I'm just going to geek out sidebar real quick, is that they're doing like team builder. So you can make your own team and take it through Dynasty and take it through franchise. And both of these college football 25 and Madden 25, which for a while, EA kind of got away from letting you have that creative control because of like, I'm sure there was issues, you know.
I was gonna say, was it legality things? Because there are other games I feel like are exceedingly full of creative control.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
To an extent, at least.
I think the more creative control you give players in any game, the longer the life cycle for that game will be.
Yeah, look at Minecraft. Minecraft
Absolutely.
has done nothing but be consistent in what they're doing because it is the ultimate sandbox.
It is.
Doesn't matter what you're looking for, it's got it for you.
And you don't need to make a Minecraft 2.
No, which is why they haven't.
But that's why I think games like Destiny 2 and Smite 2 and Overwatch 2, where it's like you didn't have to.
We don't need to talk about Overwatch 2.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
I forever will be upset about that.
I'll be forever.
Overwatch 1 was just.
It was good.
I was so
back in the
good
prime.
at it. I was so good at it, man.
I wish we would have gotten a chance to play that back when it was first out. You know? I know we've been wanting to, and I told you about that Marvel's Rivals.
What it is, and I'm like,
yeah. But like I said, that Marvel Rivals will be something we can look into. That's kind of like a third-person Overwatch. I don't know. Everybody's trying to do that now.
But I mean,
it's the whole thing.
Which is weird because Overwatch was like, I did League of Legends for a while, but that community was just not it for me. It made me an unpleasant person, so I've stayed away. Unpleasant.
Oh. Yeah. I had a roommate that was really into League of Legends.
Then I had the Destiny 2 community, and I also found them unpleasant.
But is that just like fandom?
I mean, it's being curb stomped by people that have like god builds that have been doing it for years, and I'm like intro level, like here's my seasonal weapon, my little pew pew, and you're turn a corner, dead.
Yeah.
Move out of cover, dead. And you're like, oh, that's right. There's no matchmaking in this.
Look, that is an argument that you could make for something like a Fortnite or Battle Royales.
So I didn't like Fortnite for a similar reason. So I think maybe I just don't like Battle... Okay. But I loved Call of Duty's Battle Royale.
Okay, well, so what I was going to try to say about that is more like the Battle Royale being aesthetics and skins versus... Like in Destiny, you have actual weapons that give you an advantage, right?
Yeah, and now you can craft and stuff like that, but I don't know enough about it
see,
currently.
like in Fortnite, it can be just purely skill. Like, yo, this kid has played and put in mucho hours, okay, compared to me, and that's why I'm getting my ass whooped.
Well, I felt that way on Call of Duty.
Did you?
And it didn't offend me in the way it did in other places.
Is it too fast?
No, because I mean, like, I don't know.
I feel like it's too fast. Like I was talking to a guy at work today about Call of Duty, and I think it was Call of Duty, and we were talking about just mouse and keyboard. He's like, he has a PlayStation 5, and he's like, dude, just get those keyboard and mouse people away from me because they're just whole new level.
I will agree with that because I love crossplay, big advocate for it, but I do think keyboard and mouse gives you an advantage that. Like just cannot, the sensitivity is just not there.
But that takes a lot to rewire your brain to mouse and keyboard if you've grown up and played controller your whole life.
Yeah, I guess because I always played both. It's not so hard for me. Like that's always been my thing. Because I played like Guild Wars 2 and stuff like that. So like mouse and keyboard was my prime way to play a game.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like clumsy on a controller.
Really?
Yeah.
I also feel like that depends on the type of game, right?
That's true. I mean, I prefer controller for Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, me
Even
too.
when I'm on the computer, I prefer my controller.
Yeah.
So I do think that's like type of game.
That's probably a divisive statement, but we'll stand on that.
Oh, I'm
hill.
sure it's divisive, but it's also about how I want to play,
that's
not
true.
how anyone else wants to play.
Right. Who cares?
So it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm just out here trying to woo Karlak. That's all I want, man.
That's all you want.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're all over the place. Yeah. So no, I don't even know where to go. Where can we?
We're still in games.
Okay, we're in games. All right.
Games that we enjoy, games that have impacted us.
Yeah, games have changed. Yes. Oh my God. But then we like opened up the whole thing with the games. Anyways, thank you guys for following
listening
along.
Our chaos.
Listening to the chaos.
We'll do better next time.
We'll do better. We'll get better. But I look. I'm okay with like a game like Minecraft never coming out with a sequel and just getting it right. And I think like Sims initially, that's why you haven't had a Sims 5, right? Like because they're like
Project
we're just gonna
Renee, as they like to call it.
But like, dude, they just released a DLC for Sims.
Dude, they're gonna release it. So Sims 3 released a DLC up until like 4 months before it stopped. Like before Sims 4 came out.
What?
Yeah, like that's just the way they did it, man. Like that's.
I guess like
they pump them out.
DLCs, they vary in size and importance, so you could just kind of, hey, here's this thing. It's like a little bit of an add-on.
Some of them are cosmetic only. Yeah. Some are like gameplay mechanic. Like so you can pick and choose.
Right. Yeah. So it really varies. I'm okay with DLC. I'm okay with that. Like I think. If that's something you want to explore, or if you're really into a game, like, man, that's like best case scenario that you find a game that continuously gets support and added content and features. That's awesome. You're
I
lucky.
mean, unpopular opinion, I would rather have like DLC than have like seasons or monthly subscription rewards.
I agree. Because then you could almost...
It feels less microtransaction-y that way.
Right.
Because you don't have to have it to play.
Yeah, right. How much are Sims DLCs?
Depends. A like full expansion pack is usually $39.
Okay.
And it overhauls or changes something big. And then like a kit is just like cosmetics, like what would be skins or
cool. Sorry, I'm gonna get comfortable.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like $4.99.
That's not bad.
No, so it really just varies.
Yeah. Okay, well then, like that's what, $5 at the most, maybe 15, something like that.
It's usually around 20. Is like
20?
the going rate.
20 is 20
for like those are the, I don't know what they're called, like stuff packs or something. They're ones that do a little bit of both, but aren't a full expansion.
Okay, I know what you mean.
I forget what those are called.
They have a certain term, but
yeah,
it's evading us right now. But still, I mean, like that's cool. Like, look, microtransactions is like a whole ass conversation.
Oh yeah,
it's a whole ass.
I'm not
thing.
even trying to get into that.
I'm not trying to get into it, but I will say, like, if you consider things like that microtransactions, that's not, to me, the bad type. The bad type is like loot crates and loot boxes.
I'm saying I'd prefer that to a loot crate.
Yeah, like knowing what I'm gonna buy
it.
and what I'm gonna get.
Well, and because Sims sells so well in other countries, those countries require you to list visually what is in them.
That's so smart.
So like now they just do it across the board. So you get a visual of like everything that's in there.
I really hate that we are so shady about that over here in America.
We're so shady about what we put in food, but that's a whole other conversation,
Oh, man.
We're shady about everything in America.
Yeah, we can be. We're some shady folks. No, it's not all the way there. But there are some cases, but that's a whole other thing.
I was gonna say, I think that's
It's a whole other thing.
It's a different topic.
But when we're talking about video games, you know, like if you want to continue to support the developers, if you want to, hey, whatever makes you happy, you work hard for your money. If you want to spend it, it's not hurting nobody, I guess. I'd still stand in that realm too. I know that some people will still be against the microtransactions, but
I mean, I feel like they're predatory. That's all.
I think when you're talking about kids,
predatory.
it becomes a different topic too, because like I'm sure that was a big pressure on kids when Fortnite was.
That's still a big thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
I have kids they want V-Bucks for like rewards, like good grades and shit like that.
Sort of disappointing.
I mean, that's just us. But at the same time, how is that any different than when we would want like
what, like Pokemon cards or something?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, because it's essentially a blind loot box too.
Well,
we just get
Fortnite's not really
foil.
blind loot box though.
No, you're buying it.
Yeah.
Like you know what you're getting.
Right.
But
I get what you're saying. Like there will always be this thing that's like, buy, give me more money.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, there was when we were young. I feel like Magic is still that for adults.
Yes.
And I definitely intend to buy the new Magic set. So, you know.
Oh, it's going to be so great.
Pick your poisons.
It's going to be so great. I was actually on Amazon today looking at prices.
Oh, no, we'll buy it from them. Yeah. Like,
or we'll have to go catch a Target or something. We should find out when they're going to put.
Do we have any card places here?
Not in town that I know of. Maybe GameStop. GameStop is
not where I'm going to go buy my Magic cards.
Wait
I want like
a
a
minute.
fat pack.
Whoa.
Like a proper with the dice.
Look, I'm just saying.
I have standards.
Look, I understand.
Purchase online and have mailed too.
I understand it's cool to hate on GameStop.
I'm not hating
You're
on
hating
GameStop. I'm just saying that the local GameStop is subpar and isn't going to have what I would like when I would like it.
Okay. Well, you are entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. I would go out and say that they are getting into cards, though. I have been noticing.
Well, they kind of had to. They had to get into something other than
video games
and Funko Pops, because that's all it was.
God, dude. It's still pretty bad when it comes to the Funko Pops.
Funko Pops is a whole other...
When me and Grant were at the NCAA 25,
The minute release thing.
Yes, that was actually at like 8 p.m.
I mean, to be fair, most people that bought that game are our age, so 8 p.m. was like
it was
for
midnight for a lot of people, for sure. Yeah, there was a lot of people like around our age. Yeah,
who were definitely playing after their kid went down and was gonna have to be up at 6 a.m.
Exactly. Oh man,
it hits different in this era.
It does hit different, man. Even now, I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, "Shush, it's late," but it's really not even that late.
And tomorrow's my first day back at work,
oh my
man.
gosh, what are we even doing?
Having a good time.
We are, right, and we hope that you guys are too. When I was at GameStop though, dude, that whole wall that we had to wait in line.
Funko
Pops, dude. And every now and then, I'll get like I have a couple. I have a couple.
I have a couple. I have an Audrey Horne somewhere around here.
I think you only have one.
I have
think
Audrey
it's her.
Horne, and then I have.
I don't think you have any more.
I probably don't.
I know I have some My Hero and Dragon Ball, and I used to have like Spider-Man, Batman.
You still do. The kids have claimed them.
Well, yeah,
they're
gone
in their
now.
room.
So yeah, no, I tried, but like, dude, they're just.
I don't know. Call me
thing.
crazy. I like a good action figure.
Perfect. I love a good action figure.
Love them.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the Deadpool and Wolverine Marvel Legends action figure.
That'd be cool.
That's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna probably pick that up.
I still want the Kurt Russell.
Want the Kurt Russell. I still want the Ben Affleck Batman from Batman versus Superman.
I refuse to buy the Silver Shamrock thing.
That was crazy.
$53.
I thought it was more than that.
$53.99 at Target, and I'm like,
Sheesh.
for 3 figurines.
That's robbery, dude.
That's anime statue price, right there,
I know
man. And I'm like, but is it that quality?
No, it still doesn't justify that price, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's at 30, I still would have been like, 10 each, I guess, because there's 3 figures.
35 was my cap. Like, you know how I like to go into things and say, like, this amount of money, and I'm good?
That's your limit.
Yeah, and then when I saw it was flipped, I was like, oh, you fools.
You're like, whoa.
No.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Not today.
Yeah. No, definitely... I think that was outrageous, and you can get a really nice quality statue of any kind. We like to get anime statues. I think I have a Vegeta, Majin Vegeta, a Super Saiyan Goku that hit you in the head. Tried to kill me. The spikes of Goku tried to kill Bailey one time.
They gave me a concussion.
I don't know.
My head bled. I had to call people and be like, I'm alone in the house with children and could be dying right now because Goku killed me.
Goku didn't try to kill you. You
tell that to the indentions of my skull.
Do you still have them?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No. I hope
I have little micro scars in my hairline, I'm sure.
I mean, it was a hard fall, for Goku. And it's just like, wow, that's some Final Destination type shit. Like his spiked hair. Remember that? Have you seen
1,000 Ways to Die is what I thought of.
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember that Spike show?
Yeah, I love Spike. Well,
Spike was great.
Spike was fun.
Because Spike had MXC, too.
Yeah, that's how I found MXC.
Loved MXC.
Yeah.
MXC was the best.
Those are good old days. That and Fuse and Cable.
All those things that don't exist anymore.
They don't. Oh,
does Fuse exist?
I think it
Fuse
does.
might still exist.
Spike TV don't.
No,
I don't think it could exist in today's world.
And what was WB? WB's gone.
Yeah,
It became CW or something.
Or Freeform? No, Freeform used to be ABC Family.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
No, it's CW because CW had the DC stuff, which is Warner Brothers too. So that's how I always made that connection.
I always found the DC animated to be like the penultimate of animated growing up. Like for me, that was the best animation.
Yeah, I'm excited for that new Batman show. It comes out actually tomorrow at the time of this recording on Prime Video. Batman Cape Crusader. 1940s Batman. like in his first like couple
the
months.
Detective Batman.
Very much Detective Batman.
I like
It's not
Detective
even
Batman.
year one. They said it's like week one. It's like he is just starting out. And one of the big things is the Penguin is a girl. It's Oswalda or Oswald. No, it's not Oswaldo, or it's like his sister or something became Penguin at first
cool.
or something. Yeah, they changed it up, you know. So I was like, that's cool. Let's see what happens. Like they're using a lot of villains that are not what we're used to seeing all the time, like Joker and the Riddler. They're using like other C grade.
I feel like we don't see Scarecrow enough in like modern Batman or current Batman, not modern Batman.
And he is so good of a villain.
Scarecrow's cool.
He was in Batman Begins.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, played by Cillian Murphy, right?
Yes. And I thought he did a good job, but you know,
dude, we are going all over the place. But
we are not.
No. I love it because if you were to ask me how we got here, I couldn't tell you. But Cillian Murphy was a lot of people's pick to play Doctor Doom. Yeah,
I would have loved that. Oh my god, I would have gone and saw that.
Yeah.
It would have been like Robert Pattinson's Batman all over again. I'd have been like, yes, this casting, weird enough, I'm here for it.
And instead, we got Robert Downey Jr., so.
I mean, but that's like Captain America was the Human Torch, right?
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not the same thing?
Same.
Because I feel like it's the same thing.
No. Look, there was a rumor going around today, and I think it just is because people were freaking out about Robert Downey Jr. Coming back to the MCU to play Doctor Doom, who, for those who have been living in a cave, Robert Downey Jr. played Tony Stark / Iron Man,
which was like the whole reason I watched Marvel.
Yeah, it was the whole reason for the MCU. Look, Robert Downey Jr. is an amazing actor. He's like charisma. He's
the ultimate comeback story.
Oh, dude.
Man hit rock bottom and came to the top. Carried the Marvel franchise.
He's getting like 80 million plus per movie. He's getting private jet. He's getting personal security. He is getting. So
he's going to be out there killing our ozone too.
He is going to be. Yeah, I don't know if he laid down like these are the things I will need to come back and do these movies again. And they're like, dude, we are fucking desperate. They could have picked
any lowbrow, up and coming, made a name for.
I know.
And they went with this.
Like Cillian Murphy.
Okay, look, now, easy, calm yourself, because after Oppenheimer came out, I think he could have retired.
Well, and look, Robert Downey won an Oscar for Oppenheimer, so, I mean, he
was great in it, though, to be honest.
Well, there's a guy on YouTube, and he was talking about, and I wish I could pull him up. I could probably do that, but.
No.
Yeah, sorry, I want to give credit, and I will in the future.
Leave it in the show notes.
Yeah, I'll be like, at this one point, 30 minutes into this episode, I couldn't think of this guy, and this is what it was. Here's the link. He was talking about how it's like a mixed feeling because at the end of the day, Robert Downey Jr. is an amazing actor.
Excellent, yeah.
So it's not like you're getting some like this guy, huh? You're getting a good actor, if not good, great. But it's like, dude.
But if Robert Downey Jr. did it, couldn't Edward Norton?
Nah, he was the Hulk, remember?
He was Iron Man. What do you, the Robert Downey Jr.
You said Edward Norton?
Right, but I'm saying if Iron Man can be him, then why can't random Hulk with Liv Tyler?
Right. You're right.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, well, here's the thing that people might start.
People to come back for Edward Norton?
People are going to say that Dr. Doom is literally a guy in a mask, and he more than likely will have some kind of accent. And even when he doesn't have his mask, sometimes his face is disfigured. So, like, you can get away with having anybody be that character, essentially. But that's only if you play the angle that we never see his face or those things are checked. Because the moment Dr. Doom is on camera and it's Robert Downey Jr.
But at some point it will be.
It can't be. No, I'm saying like they don't have to go that direction because if they do, like, I think they're kind of fucking themselves over.
I mean, yeah. But I think they already fucked themselves over. I think they made that choice.
This is a big... Because remember, Jonathan Majors, he was King the Conqueror. And we won't get into that, but he was supposed to be the villain here. And I think this is Marvel going,
their pivot.
Shit. You, Robert, we need you, bro. Like, we've been struggling since y'all left. Like, we even got, no, we won't go into spoilers. But like, look, dude, Deadpool and Wolverine was really good.
I know exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah,
but no,
yeah,
you can't
sorry.
say that.
If you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, go see it. It's pretty good.
I hate superhero movies, low key, and that was probably one of the better movies I've seen in the last couple of years.
Low key?
Yeah.
Why you hate superhero movies?
I just don't like them.
What about them? You can't just say I hate superhero movies.
They're very like predictable, I think is maybe the phrase that I'm looking for.
What's so predictable that they win and they save the day?
Yeah. And they're like leading up to some twist and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be this bitch. This bitch is gonna be like Hydra or something. And then like 45 minutes in,
so are you talking?
And you're like, oh wow, I would have never seen this coming.
So
except I exactly saw this coming.
Are you talking about Marvel or are you talking about superhero movies?
But I feel that way about like the Superman movies were very predictable. I detested Wonder Woman. You know my feelings on Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But that's like because I think they miscast her. But
yeah, that's a whole thing too.
It's a whole other thing.
Yeah, DC's going through a transformation, so maybe better days are ahead.
I didn't like Flash, but that was, you know.
That's we already talked. We actually talked about that. Is an episode. We did talk about the Flash. Yeah. Wow.
If you want to hear my thoughts on superhero movies, go listen to that podcast.
Right. And look, I think that's kind of what we're gonna get out of these episodes. Sometimes it's just us like bullshitting and going all over the place and touching on little things that interest us.
But that's like sitting and having a conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're like.
This is really no different than some of our conversations, anyways.
100%.
Yeah, so I don't know how people feel about that. Be like, damn.
But before we move on, I don't like superhero movies. This was phenomenal, and I was so happy to see Wolverine.
Yes.
They checked so many boxes as someone that read more Wolverine than ever saw Wolverine stuff.
Yeah.
Big wins.
I mean, it's no secret. You get to see him in the yellow and blue, and that's fantastic. They did a really good job.
No, it was the other ones. Like how well they did with the other Wolverine.
Stuff.
Yeah.
We're still a little vague. Maybe like in another week or so, if we ever want to just kind of geek out about the details, because
I would love to geek out about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun.
That was a solid movie.
Definitely go see Deadpool and Wolverine. That was in, dude. And I'll throw this out there.
What was that rated? R?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay, I thought so.
They dropped like 113 fucks in that movie. Like it was actually a tweet I saw today.
They gave a lot of fucks.
Like broke a record. Yeah, it was so fun and it was so funny and it was the perfect movie. We were having such a wild, stressful week. Yeah. I remember just going like, dude, let's go to this movie.
We had a stressful week up until we were walking into the theater.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were literally in the lobby dealing with some stuff. And then finally we sat down and we're able to kind of escape for a couple hours and we got to laugh and have fun and eat popcorn.
Isn't that what Nicole Kidman is selling us? That experience? I
don't even think Nicole Kidman's selling us that because...
It's an experience.
Look, man, I am a sucker for the movies. That has been a big thing in our relationship is going to the movies.
Oh, absolutely.
We have seen a lot of cool movies.
Old movies and new movies.
Yeah.
And everything in between.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, I've always been someone.
We've still got to go to a drive-in. That's like the
drive-through. Well, no, it's a drive-in.
Drive-in.
I don't know why I said drive-through. No. My bad. Anyways, yeah, a drive would be cool. There is one like in the state, which is bad that I have to go that wide. But
yeah, but I'm good not doing any more IMAX after Dune.
Dude, I don't know. Alien. I saw a poster for it.
But I would need like someone to guide me up.
I know.
The vertigo is real.
Yeah.
I'm going to fall to my death in an IMAX.
I was really surprised to see that they just do 3D showings for movies.
Yeah, but like I wear glasses, so 3D is always
3D never hit for me.
No, like my eyes don't...
No, it's not my thing.
They don't do the thing that they're supposed to do for 3D, so it doesn't work right. The last 3D thing I tried was Jaws.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't even know if I should say this, but one of my memories of a 3D movie was going to see Thor, the first one, with a friend of mine, and we kind of, went in with some aided visuals and feelings and experiences, and I remember wearing 3D glasses. Looking over to this person and thought he had died, and he had really just like he had really just kind of zoned out, was just overwhelmed and overstimulated by this experience of all these colors and everything being 3D and coming at him. We were like one of the only people there at the theater. We're on the top.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're at the top of the stadium seating.
I've learned some of the best things about you in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, it was quite an experience, man. I was really panicked because I'm like, what do I do if my friend here needs medical assistance and I'm in this movie? Oh no, I'm going to ruin this movie for other people. Like, I don't know why I was so worried about ruining a movie in case, like...
If your homie's dead.
Yeah, or needs, like, medical assistance. Like, yo, someone get a doctor. But yeah, that was one of my fondest 3D movie memories. Because that was the whole thing. It's like, yo, let's have some fun and go to a 3D movie.
My most enjoyable drive-in was Star Wars.
You went to a drive-in?
Yeah. Oh, we used to have one.
What's Star Wars?
The first one.
Episode 1?
Yeah.
What?
Because until we started dating, I had only ever seen the first Star Wars and the one with
The Phantom Menace?
No,
is that the one you're talking about?
Where he's like, with Anakin and Padme and all that.
Well, that's like the prequels.
Like the first one, where they're like all romantic still, and he's still got
Attack
both
of the
arms.
Clones, episode 2.
Okay, so that and the first one were the only two I'd ever seen.
You never saw Revenge of the Sith?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite.
I was not in the wheelhouse of my friends.
Star Wars for me ends 1 through 6.
I was a Lord of the Rings girl.
I mean, I was a Lord of the Rings boy. I mean, I loved Lord of the Rings.
I was like high fantasy, not sci-fi. That's not my...
Rings of Power was at
Awful.
San Diego. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Was at San Diego Comic-Con. So I know season 2 is going to be coming out. Are you going to watch that with me?
Do I have to?
Yeah. I think you should. You don't have to. You
like,
never have to do anything.
The problem is like they ruin Elrond for me.
Look. Okay.
And he's like...
What are you going to do when that freaking Harry Potter TV show
I don't
comes
know.
out?
Probably not watch it because she's going to get a lot of money for it. And I try to like...
Oh, J.K. Rowling?
Yeah, and I try not to like give her...
You're not trying to give her any more monies?
I mean, like, she created this world that dramatically affected me in my childhood and my trauma.
Tattoos. You have Harry Potter tattoos.
I have plural, like multiple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Multiple.
That being said, I think she's kind of dumpster fire. And if you create a world that creates inclusion for people with disabilities or people with gender identity, issues, and then you turn around and talk about, oh no, it's not for you. It's for everyone but you guys. No, because you're not real women.
No,
like you kind of fucked up there.
And that's why we don't like giving her the monies.
No, and she's entitled to her opinion, but that's unfortunate that that's her opinion.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere.
And nobody asked her.
I either. Well, like, isn't that why they try to do the Wizarding World, because it's like a different IP essentially?
Yes. So Wizarding World is Warner Brothers IP, and Harry Potter is J.K. Rowling.
I'm still looking forward to trying out that Quidditch World Cup game.
Look, man, I played Hogwarts Legacy, and I felt weird about that because the whole goblin...
You didn't finish Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, I found the
and
story to be
so
stale after a while, really.
Really? What was so stale
if I wasn't messing with the beasts, I wasn't into it.
Yeah, I saw you over at your little beast pet zone.
I do love the beasts and the little like create your own.
Yeah, they did a good job. Look, it's not like there was a lack of attention to detail.
Oh, absolutely not. And I think it gave every Harry Potter fan something. Like, some people went in for the Quidditch, some people went in for the flying, some people went in for the spells and like dueling, some people went in for like customization and house pride. I feel like it gave everyone a little bit of everything. I just felt like the story was lackluster. It didn't prompt me to want to finish it.
Would you have just played like a MMO of Harry Potter, like that didn't even really need a good story? You were just like out there creating your character and doing quests and getting XP and getting a lot of cool Harry Potter stuff and just seeing a lot of Harry Potter things.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I am a sucker for an MMO.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I would love to be. I see so many people. I work with somebody who really likes World of Warcraft, and I think about it all the time, how, you know, there's so many possibilities to like meet new people and have fun and play games with other people. And it's a game that you can keep coming back to, you know. But I don't know, man. I have never been able to get you said earlier, I think in this recording, because we've done some test runs now, and they're all blurring together, but you played what was it, Guild Wars?
Yeah, Guild Wars 2.
2. Sorry. Is that offensive if I don't?
I think it's offensive for the Guild Wars 1 fans.
Oh, okay. Why?
I don't
they didn't
think
like
it's
the second one?
offensive for like...
Why would they be offended?
Because, oh God, was it Morrowind or Never, whatever, whatever, was like the best game ever, and it was Guild Wars 1, and everyone was like, Guild Wars 2 was trash, and it was missing all these things, and I had never played the first, so Guild Wars like hit for me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I had 5 level 80s, and I was really proud of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a baddie.
Yeah. But you don't play games like that anymore.
Mm-mm. That was like early college Bailey, like when I played League and stuff like that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think I got busy.
Right.
And didn't have time for that kind of stuff. So now I like my little like Coral Island and Stardew. And
yeah, you like those games that you can sit down, get immersed.
I also like the cozy vibes. There's a lot of chaos in my real life. I don't want to play a game where I feel like I have to de-escalate things like I do in my daily.
Yeah, no, I trust me, I know what you mean, Bailey. I know what you mean. Because ever since I've met you, you've been into these games, been into Stardew and Sims. Yeah. And I've been kind of low-key jealous, you know, because I you know me, I've had a up and down time trying to get into certain games. We've been trying for how long now to play Baldur's Gate 3 and finish it?
I don't think it's that you have a hard time getting into the games. I think you have a hard time committing and being consistent.
Are you saying they have a problem with commitment?
Oh, most definitely.
No.
Most definitely. Yeah. How's them Dresden books working out for you I finish?
I'm on book 9. And
I'm on 13, 14. And I've stopped for almost 6 months.
No, it hasn't
been that long. To let you catch up.
It hasn't been that long. Maybe.
Mostly.
But, you know, that gave you time to go into your backlog a little bit and check out some stuff.
But I don't think you finish games. Or you don't consistently play them like I do.
I get excited by new things. I dabble. I dabble. I return. Like, Cyberpunk is a good example of a game that I will go hard, then I'll step away, and I'll go hard.
That's true.
I do that with a lot of games. Even NCAA, I can feel this. Okay, actually, it's not there like other games. Like, I might want to start a new dynasty or something, or try something new with the game, but the game itself has been so fun. I think it's just hard for me to find that. You know, something that's engaging story-wise or in that category, like whether it's just like substance and then just having fun, you know, like, because video games at the end of the day, they're supposed to be fun. And there's some times that I'll get on like an online game and just go like, I just don't like getting my ass whooped by strangers when I'm not working. And
Yeah, I think the wanting video games to be fun is why I have a very small pool of online games.
Well, no,
because think about currently things that require me to be online to play.
Right.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Son of the Force.
And we're playing Baldur's Gate 3 split screen on my Xbox, so you're not even playing online. So it doesn't even count. No,
I mean, I'm logged in, it does count. But
I get what you're saying. Like, if you're by playing with other people and stuff like that.
Like the game is better with others.
Dude, and that can be a lot of games. I think now.
It's 2 games for me.
Well, that's 2.
Maybe Dead by Daylight. I do like that.
Yeah, we've dipped our toes in that. We haven't really even.
But I love that when I'm in a spooky mood.
Yeah, I think we'll play more of that come October and stuff. I would like to play a spooky game with you.
I want to play Alan Wake 2.
Oh my gosh!
Because you won't play it, I'm gonna play it.
We should get Alan Wake 2 for October and just stream Alan Wake 2.
I loved the first one I played.
Would you do that
completely?
Would you be down?
Yeah.
It would be probably no cam, pure just us talking like this.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2.
Probably.
I would love that.
Something spooks me.
Yeah.
I'm so startleable.
I've heard so many good things about that game though.
Yeah. The first one I had mixed reviews on. But that was mostly due to the ending of it.
Oh, okay.
So this...
But don't spoil it.
No, I'm not going to. But everyone says that this basically makes up for it.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So I'm very interested to play the story out because the first was a lot of fun. And it scared the shit out of me at points.
Look, people that I know that play games a lot more than I do seem to have enjoyed it. It just seems like the type of game that I know that me and you would have fun with. It's got that Twin Peaks vibe. It's got that,
I do love a good...
spooky mystery, supernatural. I mean, it's like Dresden, right? No, it's not so much like that. But we have a trend where we like fantasy, supernatural.
It's Pacific Northwest vibes. I can see where your Twin Peaks is coming from.
Specifically the Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. Who's to say we'll ever be in the Pacific Northwest? So Alan Wake 2 might be the closest we can get. So
watch it not even be there. It's in Maine or some shit.
Right. And it's not going to do it any justice because it's probably going to have ghosts and demons and things like that. It's going to be kind of dark and spooky. But you like that. You want to live in an old place. You want to live in an old house.
I would love a Victorian home. I would love it.
Haunted,
I would take care of it and tend to it.
Could you really live somewhere that was haunted?
I mean, it depends on
this is a vague,
in
open
what way
it
was haunted.
Disturbed you in the ways where maybe it wasn't violent, but it because look, you jump easily.
So you mean our old house?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that thing was haunted.
Oh God, this is not why. Yes, maybe.
Anybody that was ever in that house that listens to this is going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, that house was haunted.
Yeah, it was cursed. It was cursed. But, but you get startled pretty easily.
I do. I do have a high startle reflex.
If there was actually a ghost knocking over a cup or, shutting a door, would you be like, oh, I'll just live with this?
But see, I don't know that my rational brain wouldn't kick in and be like, oh, it was one of the kids. Or, it was the
making
draft.
excuses for these
ghosts.
ghosts.
I think so. I think my brain would just be like, nah, this can't be real.
But you believe in that stuff.
I believe in energy.
Okay.
And I believe that energy could linger in a space and that it might affect things.
Yeah.
I don't know what that might entail. It might be electrical or whatever.
Right. It could be a lot of different things.
Or, the rodents.
Like the rodents?
The rodents. It could be. That's what I'm saying. I would tell myself it's not a ghost. It's rodents.
Yeah.
It's mice. It's
that's
not
good.
Ghosts.
So, but why do you startle so easily then? Is it you're not afraid of supernatural things, but you're
I'm afraid of real life. Yeah. No, real life is horrifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never seen Psycho? Showering, scary situation, man.
We are horror movie fans. I've seen this.
And then you asked me why I startle so easy, because I know how it could go.
I thought that would like get you ready for like
Final girl syndrome. It would kick in and I would like fight my way to it. But I would scream initially. Maybe the scream would jar them enough to leave me alone for a moment.
Courage is not the lack of fear.
No, right. It's just embracing and going through regardless of it.
That's right. That's the moral to this episode.
Yeah. That I'm afraid of most things, but I'm a brave motherfucker. Because I just keep going.
Yes. Which is good. It's good. Yeah. I mean, look, we have carpet. It can be easy to sneak up on somebody.
Well, and our house has a lot of corners.
It does have a lot of corners.
I know that's such a weird thing to say, but it does. It does have a lot of corners. So you turn and you're like, oh, shit, there's a person right there.
There's a person there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can happen, you know. But it happened at the other house, and they didn't have as many corners, so.
No, because the other house was haunted.
Okay, well, maybe a little bit. But, hey, I don't know. Where do we go with that? Alan Wake 2? I don't know. We're at the end of the rope here, guys.
That you're not consistent, but I am.
I am consistent. I'm going to consistently record.
Did you finish Last of Us?
You played it
start to finish?
And beat 1. I did not play 2.
Well, 2 was a trauma dump.
I heard.
And it has no replay value for me.
That's what you said.
0.
Yes, you've been very vocal about that.
And I loved The Last of Us 1.
Well, did you watch the TV show? Did we watch it? We need to do that.
Probably. But it's got Pedro Pascal and the chick from Game of Thrones, Lady Marmont.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who has another name that I can't think of at the moment.
Can't remember either, but I just know that it was pretty good. The little I saw wasn't too bad. I think we're getting to that point where Pedro's just in a lot of these roles, and you're just like, that's Pedro. That's not.
I mean, yeah, but I think that's because I ride hard for Oscar Isaac. I would rather see
Oscar Isaac in Last of Us.
Yeah.
Come on,
that's
you're
true.
reaching.
I'm reaching, but I don't think Pedro Pascal's good either. Joel, to me, a Canadian actor needed to be Joel.
I've seen better fan casts for The Last of Us than what we got.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it would be a lot more popular if they had stuck closer to the source material.
Probably. I do think Last of Us had a excellent story, and I felt like it was equal parts emotional and played hard into people's logical side. What would be the best way to do this? What would be the best for people? But then pulled on your heartstrings.
Right.
And I think good games do that. They have a lasting impact in that way.
Getting deep here.
I'm just saying it was a good ass game.
No, it was, and that's why it became so popular and has had how many remakes and remasters.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. They kind of really went with the Skyrim treatment.
They totally did.
We're just gonna make it over and over and over, and you're gonna buy it over and over.
That should be the mark for success. Has your thing been just reused, remade, remastered, rebooted over and over again? Because
if that's the case, then Resident Evil must feel so pleased with themselves.
What? Resident Evil is a sequel machine.
Yeah, and how many times have those sequels been remastered and remade and rebought?
Oh, lately. Okay, you're right. I apologize. You're talking about Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Yeah, which I mean, 4. Again, I've purchased the remakes and the originals. They have gotten their money out of me.
Look, I'm not against remakes and remasters. I think that they're there's a video game that just got announced for remaster remake. Was it Dead Rising? Remember those games?
I forgot about Dead Rising. I do remember.
Were you in the mall?
Well, and then Dead Space got remastered.
Yeah, and that was good.
Dead Space scared the shit out of me. That is probably the scariest game I've ever played.
I heard recently that I wonder if you've ever played these games. You ever played the Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver?
So I've watched them be played. Yes.
Those are dope games.
They were pretty good.
They were very much trapped by the times that they were put out. Those have so much potential, character design and story and all that stuff, but man, the pixels and everything, it's a little rough out there. But those, some things deserve a modern telling or modern, playthrough experience.
But some things don't need to be.
No, absolutely.
Over and over and over.
Kind of like WNDRSOUL, because I have rebooted and remade and remastered this whole podcast.
But if it's an extension of you,
yes.
you're constantly in evolution.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Thank you.
Then it's doing
what
it's supposed
good
to.
thing. That was a good way to answer that. I needed that.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, look, it's getting late. I think it's time.
Old.
We're old. Plus we got stuff to do tomorrow.
Yeah. First day of school.
First day of schools, works.
10th year first day of school.
Wow, that's crazy. Congratulations. That's awesome. How you feel? Like vaguely, you don't have to, you just feel pretty good?
Pleased.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Feel pleased.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us as we bullshit and went all over the place with
but we did get back to video games, let it be known.
Yeah, we totally did. And we, it all loops back and around. Yeah, exactly. We birdwalk. Really appreciate you guys' patience. I'm really excited for the future of this podcast right now, and I'm really excited for this setup and the plans that I know that are in the works for some up and coming episodes.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for more updates with that. I'm not going to bore you with that. We're going to wrap things up. Some cool stuff. But I really am going to do my best to get at least one episode out a week. One episode.
I will be your accountability buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Bailey. I appreciate that. So yeah, we hope that you guys are doing well. We hope that you guys join us next time. It might be me and Bailey, might be me, and who knows? We'll see. I got some ideas. I'm really excited to commit to this again. And yeah, we hope you guys join us. Thank you for listening, and I hope everyone, it's good. Hope everyone's good. But anyways, that's it. Take care. Bye.
WNDRSOUL.
WNDRSOUL.